How's it going, guys? Thank you for coming in today once again. So much news happening that we're just having to hit it hard these days. Thank you for coming in once again. This is the second live stream today on the 23rd of February, coming to you at 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. Gonna title this video SEC denied because, well, the judge has denied the SEC's most recent sir reply, whatever that was. So let's give a huge shout out to John Deaton. I want to start out by giving a shout out to John Deaton for one, representing over 60,000 XRP holders in this class action or in lawsuit. And then I want to give a huge shout out to Digital Asset Investor for having him on. If you guys haven't already checked out the interview that John Deaton did with Digital Asset Investor, I highly recommend it. I covered it yesterday in kind of the tweet thread that John Deaton posted. Basically, if you go listen to the interview with Digital Asset Investor, he's explaining that tweet thread that we covered yesterday that he put out, going through all the major pieces of evidence and why he said that this case was over from the very beginning, especially against Brad and Chris. But if it applies to Brad and Chris, it applies to Ripple as well, as they're acting as the CEO of the company, as they're acting on behalf of Ripple. Whatever the understanding for them was, whatever the legal advice that they had received is the same for Ripple. And this has just been completely exposed over the last, few months. And basically since the beginning of this case, many of us have been stating this, that there never had a case. The SEC never had a case. And so this is probably the best moment that we've had in the SEC Ripple lawsuit yet, I would say, because this is just bold. A one-word reply to the SEC's BS from Judge Annalisa Torres saying denied. So huge shout out to John Deaton and Digital Asset Investor for having that interview today. That's the most well put together expose on why they don't have a case. So go check it out. John's a lawyer. That's what he does for a living, right? So he's, very impressive explanation that he gave and well thought out, well put together. I highly recommend you go check that out. Now, we do have some headlines here to cover, so we're going to go through this news really quick, and then I'll see how much time I have for questions at the end. Thank you for popping in today, and let's run it up. So if you guys can, tap the screen, share the stream, hit that thumbs up for me on YouTube. Make sure you guys have subscribed and hit that notification bell so you know when we're going live. And if you want access to our community, any of our affiliate links, the Discord, it's all over at zachrector.com. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get into it. So Bitcoin ready to be wiped out. You heard me correctly. You heard me correctly. Bitcoin ready to be wiped out. The European Union is on track to implement the largest Bitcoin ban ever. So if we take a look here, the EU is on track to ban Bitcoin by 2025 if the Commission of the Council of the EU doesn't ditch a crippling amendment to the MiCA, which is the Markets in Crypto Assets Framework. The much anticipated package of cryptocurrency regulations includes a provision forbidding the environmentally unsustainable consensus mechanism. This means that Bitcoin could become illegal within the European Union starting January 1st, 2025. So we've been talking about this one for a while, and you got the environmental reasons. That's the main issue for this green agenda, for the new Green Deal that's being considered here in America. And as you guys see across the water there, the European Union is making the push as well. So we'll watch that one closely. Now, I just saw this one too. We have US Bank choosing Microsoft Azure for the Ripple cloud migration. And the Microsoft Azure is also a Ripple partner. So if we take a look here, gosh, guys, it's just daily the partnerships that get announced with Ripple here. US Bank picks Microsoft Azure for cloud migration. And then if we check out this next picture, Microsoft adds Ripple to its blockchain initiative. So while Bitcoin's about to be banned over in Europe, we have Ripple working with Microsoft and now US Bank picking that cloud-based solution. Remember, Ripple came up with that cloud solution that allows companies to migrate over to this blockchain technology in days, right? They can launch a central bank digital currency in one day, but then they also created, I believe the product was called Ripple Cloud, and that allows companies, institutions like this to migrate over seamlessly to the blockchain technology. So we love to see that. Now, coming out of the UK, we have Uphold just joined the select list of companies to become a registered crypto asset company in the UK. So I know many people have their issues with Uphold. Everyone gets their panties in a bunch over them holding our cryptos and having the different cryptos and tiers that you can't pull it off. I get it. That is frustrating. However, I'm just thankful that Uphold still is a place that I can actually buy XRP at. Of course, I could buy on Qcoin, but Uphold has really just set it up very easy to buy XRP on their platform, and then you can trade anything to anything. So I know you guys have your issues with Uphold, and I get it. It is frustrating, but we do have to be thankful that they still have XRP listed. That's a bold move in itself, waiting for Coinbase to grow a pair and do the right thing. But we have Uphold here, and let me clarify, Coinbase is playing their part. They're tied in with the banks, regulators from the very beginning, the government. So Coinbase is just playing their part. But Uphold here getting selected to become a member of the registered crypto asset company in the UK. Now, we're seeing the UK and other countries going full steam ahead with clarity on cryptocurrency regulations, and Uphold here being an exchange that has gotten the pass, the green light. So that's good to see. Now, this came out today, Elon Musk to the SEC. I didn't start the fight, but I will finish it. So it appears that Elon has been building a case against the SEC. That's his words, that he's been building a case against the agency and that he didn't start the fight, but he will finish it. Now, I've always had a funny feeling about Elon, right? Because it seems like he's tapped into the elite, but that he doesn't go along with their agenda. So it's been interesting to watch Elon. I love the fact that he trolls the Bitcoin community. I love the fact that he trolls the Dogecoin community. A lot of people got upset at him for that. I find it entertaining. I find it kind of a joke that these people need Elon to tweet about their project for it to move up. That's a joke. But, I do think that Elon's an interesting character, and I appreciate the fact that he's not, I don't think that he's completely going along with the agenda, is all I'm going to say. I mean, you could make some arguments. Obviously, he's partnered up with the government in a large way, getting Tesla off the ground and doing many things with his other company. But when you're dealing at the level that Elon's at, you have to cooperate with the government. So, it's like, I don't think that he's a bad guy at the end of the day. That's my take on Elon Musk. Let's see what happens here. I think that he's a legit guy. Yeah, we'll watch it closely. And then in other news, we have HBAR. I know you guys love your little HBAR. HBAR launching their smart contracts. Okay, so we'll see how that goes for them. From my understanding, they weren't able to actually do 10,000 transactions per second with their smart contracts. So, HBAR, they've been touting that. Everyone in the community touts that. Oh, 10,000 transactions per second. HBAR is the best technology ever. They have all these different big organizations on their governing council, but no one's using the coin yet. As is the case with 90% of cryptos, is no one that matters is using the actual token yet. So, we're going to watch HBAR closely. I have not invested into HBAR, but interesting nonetheless, and we love to see the development there. I know many of you guys do consider HBAR to be a top tier utility coin. I would consider it in the club, just waiting to see some more action, really, and I may consider picking some up during the bear market, but if I miss an opportunity, I miss an opportunity there. We'll see what happens with HBAR. Now, we also have this, an Anon whale moves close to $30 million in XRP. So this came out today. And it does appear that we have another large movement, 20 million XRP transferred from unknown wallet to Coins PH. Now that's an on-demand liquidity partner. So you're seeing Ripple partners having to go to the secondary markets to load up on XRP. That's because Ripple's returning all of the XRP back to escrow. So their partners are literally struggling to get XRP. They have to go here to the secondary markets and buy it because Ripple's not selling. They're selling about 20% of the escrow. Every time the escrow gets released, it's about a billion XRP. And they're returning 80% of it back to the escrow. And then they're giving 20%, selling 20%, basically going only to their on-demand liquidity partners. But as we can see here, their on-demand liquidity partners are still going to the public secondary markets to buy XRP, just like Ripple did in Q4, buying $321 million worth of XRP off the public market. So what do they know, right? What's going on here? And this is what I mean by a coin actually being used, right? Like there's no, at least not that I've seen, like no one's going to buy 20 million HBAR because they're using it for some sort of use case. At least not that I've seen. They tout the biggest and best partnerships on their governing council, but I'm not seeing whale alerts that someone's picking up 20 million HBAR. And it's definitely not happening at the frequency that it's happening here with XRP. So that's what I mean with some of these tokens. Yes, good technology. The partnerships, are they actually partnerships, or, is it just a marketing ploy? How much did they pay these people to be on their governing board, right? They kind of give them a seat and whatever, have some incentives for them. But we're not really seeing anyone use the coin yet. Now, one more piece, and I'm going to be careful here, guys, because I can't cover these topics in depth, but I want you guys to do your research on this and report back to me on what you find. I'm not going to speak on this. You guys can see on my screen, and I'm just going to say this. And I've got this from a couple different sources, by the way. A couple different sources, but I want you guys to look this up yourself. Essentially, the country that starts with a U is already part of the country that starts with an R, meaning that the country that starts with an R can enter at any time. That's right. Check it out for yourselves. Don't take my word on it. I just came across this today. We need to go a little bit deeper on this, but from what I understand, in 2014, the UN General Secretary basically admitted this, that Ukraine is not a separate country. It was not registered as such. It is part of Russia, meaning Russia can enter at any time. I'm not going to get into the talk. I'm not even going to talk about it further than that. You guys look into it for yourselves. All I've been saying this whole time is that this whole thing is part of the world stage events that are playing out. So we'll see what happens here. I do not believe that we're going to have a full-scale military conflict war. I think that Russia is going to take back parts of Ukraine without really much fight put up by the other side. And that's what my sources are telling me. So we'll see what happens. But I wanted to leave you guys with that. You guys can do your own research and come to your own conclusions there. With that being said, let's take a quick look at the markets, and then let's do some rapid fire Q&A. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, guys. Yeah, that's what I was like, wow. Right? When I read that, I was like, oh. But it all makes sense, right? It all makes sense. Yeah, so okay, the markets are back down. We just started tanking over the last little bit. Bitcoin back below 37, Ethereum below 26, XRP at 69. So, good prices here. Could we go dipping lower? Yes. They're saying that the invasion is imminent over the next 48 hours. So, I don't know. Maybe we should all panic and just live in fear, sitting inside of our house, double masked up, and I better stop myself right now. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sleepy creepy, running the show. Our good friend Joe running the show. We'll see what happens here. With that being said, let's go rapid fire Q&A. What's up, James? How you doing, brother? Mentalek says, Ukraine is a separate country. The Ukraine is a sovereign nation independent of Russia. Putin is just a tyrant. Any other news is misdirection and lies by Putin and the right-wingers. Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. We need to confirm that ourselves. We have 400 on the YouTube chat. Are you guys kidding me tonight? If you could hit that thumbs up for me, I would greatly appreciate that. Hey, I want to have the conversation. You know me. We find information and we have an adult conversation about it, right? And, I think that if you go back and you listen, apparently back in 2014, the UN General Secretary whatever his name is, Kim something. He basically admitted that back when Russia took Crimea in 2014, that ever since 1994 or whatever, when the Soviet Union collapsed, they never became an independent country of Russia. I don't know, guys. You guys do the research to follow up on that and let me know. Come back and let me know what you find. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just showing you what I came across. News is coming rapid fire. Yep, that's why we're doing multiple live streams per day. That's why we're just dropping a ton of information right now is hitting. And we have to be ready. We have to be prepared. I don't want my 401k in this market. Best ideas, please. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be in stocks personally. The only stocks I'd be in would be cryptocurrency companies and like tech companies that I believed in. And I would only be trying to get in early on them. By the time they IPO and hit the public markets, usually the opportunity is too late to make massive money, right? So that's why I'm out of the stocks right now, because I'm not an accredited investor. So I can't buy pre-IPO Ripple. I can't get shares of companies before they go public. So I stick it out. Once XRP moons or does its thing, or I eventually become an accredited investor, I will be going hard into early stage startups. But yeah, it is unfortunate. And they were actually talking about, the SEC was talking about raising the limits for accredited investors from $1 million net worth to 10 million. That is absurd. And I've said this before, that I don't care about Congress trading stocks and doing that. That doesn't bug me. What bugs me is that I can't invest into pre-IPO companies. That you have to be an accredited investor to have the right to invest in a company. How does that make sense? It doesn't. Michael, thank you for the five spot, Michael. I appreciate that. How do you invest in stocks in foreign companies like Nubank? Um, yeah, I'm not sure if you have to go to the exchanges in that country, if that's where they're listed at. I'm not sure. Good question, though. Cat coin is going parabolic. Is it cat coin or cat girl? You guys with your cat girl crack me up, man. That'd be funny. It's up 3% on the day. Are we talking about a different cat coin? Cats? Let's look it up, guys. Let's talk about cats. Okay, here we go. Cat coin. If you're in this, you better take your money and run. Take your money and run. Not financial advice, but I don't do dog coins. I don't do cat coins. I don't do poop coins. But I wish you the best if you do. I wish you the best of luck. We got a 5 spot from Luke. I'm with you for the ride, buying more XRP daily. That's how we do it, man. We just keep loading up. Charlotte, are you kidding me with the 20 spot? That's a fat 20 spot, Charlotte. Thank you. I do appreciate you. Why isn't XRP pumping in light of the decline from the judge? It will in due time, my friend. Just wait. It will in due time. When the time is right, this thing is going to melt faces. We are going to be glued to our phones, glued to our computer screens. This thing is going to have the whole world watching it. When will Ripple stock be open for the public? Yeah, after the case is over, they're supposed to be doing the IPO. So, but by then it's too late for major gains. And that's what I'm talking about. It's unfortunate that we can't get in on pre-IPO, because by the time it hits the stock market and is available for everyone, well, you might still catch some gains, but it's not going to be the real opportunity that the early stage investors get. You can be an accredited investor if you pass your Series 7 and are a financial advisor. Yeah, I've actually thought about doing that actually just so that I could get in and start doing pre-IPO because I heard that it's not hard to get your Series 7, which is kind of uh, that doesn't seem right how easy it is to get your Series 7 to be a certified financial advisor. But yeah, I was thinking of getting it just so that I could invest pre-IPO. If XRP reacted to positive Ripple news, it would be a security? No. Um, no. Mentellect, this is why I like you, bro. You're always like bashing right wingers and hitting the right wingers, but then you're also an XRP 5 digits guy. So I like you, man. You're funny. You hate Trump, you don't like the right wingers, but you're an XRP 5 digits guy. I love it. And you always show up and you're respectful with the conversation. So I mean, for me, both sides have been sold out. Um, you know, with as far as Trump goes, I do believe that he'll be coming back. I believe that that's been part of the world stage events, and so we'll see if he's a good guy or a bad guy. As far as I'm concerned, he hasn't absolutely screwed over America. Does he only care about the elite 1% in his business and what he's doing? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that our country was doing pretty well when he was in office, and that was because he was reducing regulations, reducing taxes. And you could make the case, oh, he only cared about the rich. Well, I'm trying to be the rich. The tax law is written for the rich by the rich. So you either get with the program or you have fun staying poor. So I just don't spend time anymore getting caught up on, oh, is this guy good or bad? It's, hey, wow, if I do this, I can reduce my taxes and be like Elon and pay no taxes. Be like Jeff Bezos and pay no taxes. I don't worry about the morality of that. I'll let God judge them. I'm trying to take care of my family. You know, I don't do left right. I want to make money, take care of my family. That's what I'm here for. Now, let me say this though. As soon as he does us wrong or anybody else does, I will be the first one to call it out. 100%. You know, as soon as he bends us over and takes advantage of us, like many other politicians have been, once he completely sells us out, I'll be the first to call him out. Is Donald Trump autograph a good investment? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, for me, I just don't get tied up on the politics of it. January 6th. Yeah, okay, we can talk about, well, I'm not going to talk about that here because I'll get axed, but we do have evidence that there was bad actors that infiltrated. And that's the same thing that I'm expecting with the convoy. So, if you want to go there, then we have to go there and we have to have the full conversation. I'm not just going to I'm not going to roll with that. Oh, look at, there was a couple doofus morons that went in the Capitol and did some damage. Yeah, those guys are idiots. 100% idiots, morons. 100%. But we also have evidence that there was three-letter agencies infiltrating the groups. We have evidence that there was opposition party, I'm not going to name the name, infiltrating the group. We have that. We have those facts. So you got to call it fair. You got to call it fair. Same thing's about to happen with the convoy, and I'm letting you guys know right now. Um, Not saying that I don't support what they're trying to do, as far as freedom. I'm 100% behind that. However, um, this is a setup. Convoy's a setup. All right, guys, I do have to. you guys are, you guys are crazy. You guys crack me up. I love you guys. So I got to run to a meeting, but we're doing a DeFi deep dive tomorrow. So if you were looking to get into the Discord and learn about DeFi, that's going to be happening tomorrow. So the links are at zachrector.com if you're looking to access the Discord group. Other than that, if you guys could hit that thumbs up for me on the way out, I would greatly appreciate that. And we will see you guys in the next one. I wish you guys all the best. Take care and God bless.